7 General Teaching Principles. This course was designed for EFL teachers, and we assume that the participants of this course have some previous knowledge and experience in L2 teaching and learning. Much of what we know from our EFL experiences will serve us in teaching content, but it is worth our time to look at basic learning principles that apply across subjects. The following is a summary of the book, How Learning Works: 7 Research-Based Principles for Smart Teaching. These 7 principles have substantial research backing and apply across disciplines: math, history, L2 acquisition, etc. Learning principle number 1. Students' prior knowledge can help or hinder learning. When students can connect new information with knowledge and beliefs that they had previously, they will remember more and learn more quickly. An example of this is if you are told information about someone. If that information is about Laura, and you know Laura, the information will be easy to remember. If the information is about someone you have never met and have never heard of, you will probably forget the new information. The same principle works whether we are talking about people or things. Therefore, we as teachers should always connect new concepts with something the students already know. A common example of this in EFL teaching is to discuss a topic with the class before they watch a video about that topic. To use the terminology that we saw in Module 1, making these connections happens by activating some of the schemata that students have. The other side to principle number 1 is that sometimes new learning conflicts with knowledge and beliefs that the learner already has. The learner's previous understanding either needs to be corrected or widened. This may have happened to you when you first read about the differences between learning and acquisition. Learning to use words in a new, more technical way can be difficult at first because of the conflict it represents with previous knowledge. Learning principle number 2. How students organize knowledge influences how they learn and apply what they know. Knowledge organization has to do with how a person relates ideas to each other. For example, we relate verb tenses to timelines and to each other, and we divide up the animal kingdom into well-defined categories. The more interrelationships among concepts, and the stronger and clearer those relationships, then the better a learner's understanding and ability to apply the concepts to new problems and new situations. Thus, in addition to relating new knowledge to previous knowledge, principle number 1, teachers should explicitly address how concepts relate to other concepts and the situations in which these concepts can be applied. Learning principle number 3. Students' motivation determines, directs, and sustains what they do to learn. Without motivation, learning does not move forward. The stronger the motivation, the more learning we can expect. There are many kinds and sources of motivation. A teacher needs to know his or her students in order to tap effectively into their motivations. This includes relating examples in class to topics, art forms, people, and events that are of interest to the students. A teacher can also remind students how what they are learning now will allow them to do what they want to do in the future.